Bonjour my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you do not know me already, my name is Adriel, and today we are discussing what to wear to Paris in June, July, and August. Now, I know that so many of you have been asking for this video and you've been hoping for the details, so I'm going to give you all of them today. There will also be a very special appearance at the end from Juju, my little French man, who is going to tell you what to wear to Paris if you're coming this summer as well. He, though, is going to say something along the lines of, don't come to Paris because of the Olympics. That is one thing I want to note about this video. There are going to be a lot of Parisians, French people. We are fleeing the city due to the Olympics. We're really trying, I know basically like everyone I know is really trying not to be here. And so because of that, I will say that you're going to probably have to worry a little bit less about fitting in if you're coming during the Olympic period, because it will really not be that many Parisians here. However, if you are watching this video during a year when it is not the Olympics, it will be helpful to you still. So with that said, let's get right into this. We're gonna start with what you should be wearing for your clothes, and then we'll move on to shoes, and then we'll discuss accessories like hats and handbags. When it comes to clothing, you really actually have a lot of variety as to what you can wear when you are coming to Paris in the summer. And the reason for that is because the weather is actually quite warm, and sometimes it's insufferably hot, like it's really, really hot, but normally it's a pretty comfortable 80 degrees. I believe that that's 26. I think that that's what 80 degrees is. I think it's 26. But the point is that during the summer, it's actually quite comfortable here in Paris generally, and it's hot though. When I say that it's hot, I don't mean that it's 100 degrees, which I think is 30 degrees. I do, however, mean that it is definitely going to still be hot because you are in a concrete jungle, and so you have the asphalt and the stone that's heating you up from the top, and then you have the sun bearing down on you from the top, and so you got the heat beating on you, and you just at some point start to feel like you're melting. So one of the things to know when you come here is that a lot of times in the summer, locals, particularly women, we do not wear bras. And the reason for that is just, honestly, it's just so much more comfortable without one. So I generally, for example, do not wear a bra in the summer. I will wear pasties, and then I just kind of keep it moving because it is so hot. And if I'm sweating and kind of moving around during the day, I don't want to have to deal with like also having the uncomfort of a bra. Another thing to note though is that at night, like generally when you get to about 11 o'clock, midnight, it can get pretty darn cold, okay? So once the sun goes down, the city actually cools down a lot. And so as a result, it's not like it's warm throughout the whole day. The thing is though, in the summer, the sun does set really late, so you have a long period of time where it is very warm before it gets to be quite chilly outside. So that's something that you're going to want to keep in mind when it comes to getting ready, when it comes to figuring out what you want to pack. So let's get into some specific pieces that I have here for you. As I kind of already said, I really think that you get to reflect a lot of your personal style when it comes to summer. So for me, what my personal style is, kind of my summer uniform, is a dress. I love to wear dresses, and you see tons and tons of women wearing dresses when they are walking around in Paris during the summer, because frankly it's just a lot more comfortable. So I have some dresses that I'm going to show you. And I want to note that one of the things that I have noticed in a lot of different videos on what to wear when you're coming to Paris is that they are all full of these neutral colors and they're somewhat formal, and it's just, to me, it's a bit odd because Parisians are Parisians. They're going about, they're living their life, they're wearing color, particularly in the summer, and it's just not this super formal environment that I think a lot of videos would have you believe. So, and to give you an example of that, one of the dresses that I get the most compliments on since moving to France is Lily Pulitzer. I wear my Lily Pulitzer dresses here still because I have plenty of them, and I get so many compliments on these. People love the bright colors, they love the like floral design, they just think that it's amazing. And that's one of the things I will say you will notice a lot about a lot of French skirts and dresses is that they tend to have these floral designs on them. That is just something that I think is very much a part of the Parisian wardrobe and the French wardrobe, are dresses with flowers on them, particularly little flowers on them. So this is one of my Lily Pulitzer dresses. It's actually not just a dress, it's a jumper, it has shorts underneath, which makes it perfect. So I love to wear this dress in the summer, and I had so many compliments on it. So please do not think you have to shy away from bright colors or you have to go out and buy a whole new wardrobe. No. If this works in Paris, I guarantee you, honey, what you already have in your closet is probably gonna work. Let's keep going. So this dress is a white dress from Courrèges. It's actually vintage. It has these really pretty red buttons down the back of this dress. This is another dress. You know, it's a shift dress, super cute. You will see me wearing this in Paris, something like this. You'll see other women wearing something like this. One thing though I do want to note is that when you wear white dresses here, people always ask you if you're getting married. They're like, are you getting married, madame? No? So that's one thing to note, is that, you know, you might get asked that. One thing I will say though about wearing white in Paris is that it can be a little tricky to keep it clean. Paris is not the cleanest city. So, you know, if you do opt to wear a white dress, something like that, just kind of be aware of that it may not, you know, last the full day. It might get a little bit, you know, not so nice. This is another style dress I would say that you see in a lot of women in Paris. This dress is super long, right? And it has this V-neck here. It has the little flowers, which is very Parisian. And then it has these buttons right down here in the center. And then it has this little slit right here at the bottom. This is another style of dress I will definitely say you will see women wearing a lot. This is from the brand Jane Wood. It is a Parisian brand, and you can go to the Jane Wood store and shop for little dresses like this. You can also find little dresses like this at a concept store called Allison and some of the other concept stores in Paris. But a dress style kind of in this style, I would say is very Parisian and definitely something that you'll see a lot in Paris. More dresses. I'm just gonna show you lots of dresses so you can get lots of different ideas as to just different styles that you might wanna wear. This is a gingham dress. You see it's super long, it's flowy, it has these puffy sleeves. This is a top piece. I always get so many compliments on this dress when I wear it. People just think it's adorable and they love it. So this is by the brand Kitchery. Yet another kind of dress that you can wear if you plan to come to Paris. And I'm showing you these dresses, I'm just showing you this variety so you know that you have a lot of variety to choose from as far as style. There just isn't one particular style you have to stick to when it comes to wearing a dress in Paris. Another style dress that you'll see a lot is kind of this style where it has either longer sleeves right here and then it's kind of longer like this shirt dress type style of dress with these pretty little kind of eyelet, you know, details. This is a style of dress you'll definitely see. I got this one from xoxo during the archive sale, and yep, just another style dress you will definitely see women wearing here in Paris. You'll probably see women in this maybe on a slightly cooler day because no one wants to be, you know, sweating it out and, you know, 100 degrees and something like this. Now, one style of dress I would strongly recommend that you bring with you is a slip dress, ideally a black slip dress. I really think is going to serve you well if you are coming to Paris. And the reason why is because this black slip dress can really work for almost any place you plan to go to dinner, okay? So there are going to be very few places in Paris where you're going to have to get dressed up even more than something like this black slip dress. So that's why I would just say, consider bringing a black slip dress or a black shift dress, something like that, if you plan to come to Paris, because it's going to be something that's very versatile if you want to wear it out. With that being said, do you need to do an outfit change for dinner? No. Unless you are going someplace really nice, what you have been wearing kind of throughout the day you can wear that to dinner. So if you've been out and you don't want to stop and go back to your hotel and change and all that, yeah, you don't feel the need to do that. Actually, I would say when you do that, it makes you look a little bit more like a tourist. Because here in Paris, you know, if you've been out during the day or you've been doing whatever, or you're popping into a cafe for dinner, you're popping in, you know, think about it, from your house. You're not getting dolled up to go sit at the cafe. You're not even getting dolled up to go sit at most restaurants in Paris. You just aren't. So as a result, you really don't need to think about it from that perspective of you have to do a full outfit change in preparation for dinner, a whole new face of makeup, all of that. That is not very Parisian. Okay, now let's say you're not really into dresses. Dresses are not your thing, honey. Don't worry. You can do skirts. So if you are a skirt woman and you want to be wearing skirts during a trip to Paris, that is cool as well. I have a couple options to show you. One is something like this. It is this cute little red skirt. I got it from Cezanne. You will see a lot of women wearing skirts like these. So skirts with these little flowers on them. Yes, this is a really huge style here in France. Just like with dresses with little flowers on them. So you'll definitely see skirts with these itty bitty little flowers on them. And this is like a midi skirt, and you can definitely wear something like that. But let's say you don't want midi skirts. Let's say you want denim. Let's say you want something short and hot and sexy. Woo-hoo. You can do that too. So definitely don't feel like you have to shy away from your denim skirt. If that's what you want to wear when you're coming to Paris, please wear it. Feel free to also wear your mini skirts as well. You know, you don't have to feel like that's something you have to omit from your wardrobe, because women here definitely wear mini skirts, mini skirts, maxi skirts, right? All kinds of skirts, really. One thing I want to clarify though when it comes to the skirts and the dresses that you can wear. As I noted already with the skirts, mini, maxi, midi, all that works. Same thing with dresses. You can wear mini dress, midi dress, maxi dress, whatever really suits you, your personal style, your comfort level. However, there are two things you really want to keep in mind, and these two things really will make you stand out as a tourist when it comes to skirts and dresses. One, nothing too tight. Body hugging, body clean, body con style dresses or skirts really make you stand out as a tourist. You just don't see women wearing that. You might see a woman wearing a beautiful dress that, you know, definitely highlights her silhouette, but it's not going to be clinging to her body. You will not see every single dimple. And we all have dimples, darling. No matter how old we are. So as a result, you know, you want to keep that in mind. You know, maybe figure revealing, figure showing, yes, in a classy manner, but clinging, no. Second thing you want to keep in mind is when it comes to the perspective of showing skin. The French are not opposed to your showing skin. Particularly, you know, it's the summer. It's hot. We're walking around braless. However, it's about the way that you show that skin. So, for example, if you have on a super crop top and a super crop short skirt, you are going to stand out as a tourist. Because that's not how you're really gonna see French women dress. Maybe you'll see the youngins dressing like that, like the kids in high school looking cool or whatnot, but you're not going to, that's not really considered a classy look per se. So it's about balancing what skin you're showing. You can have on something low cut like this. That's not going to be a big deal. You can have something low cut on the back. Again, not that big of a deal, but it should not be in something overly revealing. You should not be showing an excessive amount of skin. That is something that you really, really have to keep in mind and balance when you are deciding what you pack. So if you have a lot of items that are clinging to your body, if you have a lot of items that show a lot of skin, those are the things you're gonna wanna leave at home. Now you may be saying, Adriel, I don't wear skirts. I don't wear dresses. I wear pants and I wear shorts. We're gonna get into that next. Let's talk about that. When it comes to pants, and we'll start there, feel free. Homegirl, if you got those cute little white linen pants that everybody wants to wear them. I personally do not wear that stuff a lot. Only time I will really wear that, like a pant in the summer, is if it happens to be a chilly day. Otherwise, you're not gonna see me in pants in the summer because it's just too darn hot. I wanna be comfortable, and so you're gonna see me in a nice flowy dress, something very, very breezy and airy like that. But if that's what you feel most comfortable in, wear it. You know, wear those pants, wear the chinos, you know, wear the denim if you even want to. Just be aware though, if you want to do white, Paris is dirty. Paris is dirty. So if you are on the metro, if you're sitting at cafes, whatever else, there is a very good likelihood that those white pants will not be white at the end of the day. So just keep that in mind. But if you want to wear pants, feel free, wear the pants that you want to wear. If you want to wear shorts though, that is something slightly different. So in France, the view on shorts is really that shorts are something for children or for like the beach. It's not really something that, you know, an adult is wearing when they are out, okay? With that being said, there are days when it becomes insufferably hot in Paris. So there were a few days when I was first here, also last year, when it was close to 100 degrees. When it's that hot, oh baby, we are wearing the shorts. We are all wearing the shorts. Okay, so if it's super, super, super hot, 100 degrees, I think that's what, 32 degrees in Celsius? Sorry. Either way, if it does get that hot, yes, wear the shorts. But the thing is, nothing tight, nothing hugging, you know, body hugging, figure hugging, that sort of thing. You know, not workout shorts, something classy, okay? If you want an idea of what to do, go to J. Crew, get some Cheetos. Those, you know, that will be perfect for you. So definitely choose to opt for that if you're going to wear, if you want to wear shorts. Now, I have also, though, received comments on some of my videos where people say, I don't care if I do look like a tourist, I am still going to wear shorts. Look, that is fine. If that's what you want to do, you do you. Here's the thing, though. When you stand out as a tourist, you open yourself up to pickpockets and being pickpocketed, and if you are coming from, let's say, the airport, or you're kind of trying to navigate yourself around, let's say you're by the Eiffel Tower and you're just trying to get your bearings or whatnot, if you stand out as a tourist, it's just this attention, it's going to attract to you before you can even fully get a handle on what's happening. So I'm going to give you a personal example. When I was coming back from Greece a couple years ago, I had on this super cute little, you know, straw hat that was like so adorable, little boat hat. And then I had on this really cute yellow outfit, like this yellow top and skirt. And I'll show you a little photo of it. And I really liked it. And the reason why I traveled in it is because the skirt was long, but because it was open weaving, like it was crochet, it was actually quite cool and comfortable. And so it made it a very comfortable travel outfit for my travel days. And then also, I'm not packing the hat, so I gotta put that little hat on my head. And so voila. So I am on the RER, and I was coming from the airport back into Paris. And I saw these three women get onto the train and instantly kind of like made a little note of them, but didn't really think too much about them. I was on my phone fiddling around, zoned out, because usually when you're just coming off of the airport, there aren't so many people on the train with you kind of until you get kind of up to Gare. I'm there on my phone, fiddling around. All of a sudden, I see one of the women throw a shirt over the seat. Now, it's the seat that she is sitting at, and it's the way that it works is there's like this, there are two seats that face this way. The seats are kind of in four. So it's like two seats this way, two seats this way, two seats this way, two seats this way. So she's basically sitting on these two seats right here. I'm sitting not in these 2 seats immediately behind her, but the 2 seats across from it. My stuff, however, is in these 2 seats right here. So she throws a little jacket over this part right here. I notice it, don't pay too much attention to it. Then all of a sudden, her little friend is up, and before I can even recognize it, is in my face holding one of these petition papers for me to sign. And instantly, because I am a local, I know what they're doing. This is to distract me. So she's holding this petition thing to get me to sign it. The other woman has, remember, thrown her jacket over the seat. The reason why is she's gonna slip her hand underneath the jacket, reach over and try to take something out of my bag. I instantly click, know what's happening. I immediately turn and put my body and my hands over my stuff, and I turn away from her, and I'm like, no, 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 no. And instead of looking at her, because at this point she's like kind of right here, I'm looking at her friends who I can make direct eye contact with. And I'm like, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. These people are thieves. These are the pickpockets that we're always telling you about. And why did they target me? I look like I was a little brown Emily in Paris. Okay. I knew I looked like that. The outfit is adorable. I didn't care. But I live here, so you're not gonna throw me off as quickly because I live here, I speak the language. You may be too disoriented to do that. And there's nothing wrong with that, but if you're a tourist and you're disoriented and someone is shoving something in your face and you're not fully able to figure out what's happening, basically that's how something of yours disappears. And you all, in the summer, when I see these people, it is like a professional operation that they are targeting you. Literally, particularly if you are here during the Olympics, it's going to be you, the other visitors, and the pickpockets. And the pickpockets are sharks who are going to eat you for lunch if you're just not careful. And this is why I say it's important to blend in. This is why I say just don't wear the shorts. If it's not super ridiculously hot, like it's not 100 degrees, it's not 90 degrees, don't wear the shorts because you're just gonna stand out and create attention and draw attention to yourself that you're not going to necessarily want. So on that upbeat note, let's move on to what tops you can be wearing, and then I'll also touch a little bit upon some outerwear choices that you could be wearing for nighttime. So when it comes to tops, you really can wear almost anything. Anything's going to work. So you could do a button-down top if that's your thing, but one thing that I love and that you'll see a lot in Paris are graphic tees. So this right here is a graphic tee that I bought from a store called Monoprix. It's kind of like Target, but not really. But this is a graphic tee I bought from there. It says "C'est frais," it's fresh. It's a cool little graphic tee, and I would easily wear this with a skirt or even a pair of pants on a casual day. I might even frankly wear it with a pair of shorts if it were super hot. But this is like, when I say that you can wear a graphic tee, you don't have to think you have to be wearing something super formal like linen or something like that. No, just like throw in some sort of cute graphic tee and pair it with your cute little denim skirt and keep going. Another option for you could also be a corset or a crop top or something like this that's kind of a mix in between. So this is a super cute top. I got it from Rouge during a Rouge sample sale and really definitely like this a lot. I really like just like the colors of it and also the fit. So I already mentioned that it does get quite cold at night, so you're probably going to want to have a sweater or a jacket for the evening time if you are going out to dinner. One option is just a denim jacket. This is a black denim jacket that I got from the French brand Mage during one of the, one of the sales periods. And yeah, you see this jacket, it's super cute. It has this little lip right here. But it's a perfect black, simple denim jacket, and it will work for basically any situation. Another option is if you don't have a black, denim jacket, you can also go with just something like this, right? Like an oversized, normal denim jacket. One thing I want to note about this one is that one thing when it comes to France, and this is particularly when it comes to jeans, they tend to not really wear jeans with holes in them. So if you take a close look at this jacket, it has a lot of kind of the holes in it and whatnot. That's just, very much the style of the jacket. This is an oversized jacket. I got it from Madewell. I love this jacket, okay? I love this jacket. I still wear this jacket. I know. It makes me stand out because it has all these holes in it and stuff. I don't care. I love this jacket, so I still wear it. So, you can do that. If all you have is this, you can do that. But just know, it's not really French. It's not really Parisian. So you're definitely going to stand out a bit more if you have on denim jackets or denim pants or denim anything that has a bunch of holes and whatnot in it. It's definitely going to make you stand out a bit more as a tourist. And if you care about that, then maybe opt for something else. One of the things that I think really sets you apart from being a tourist versus a local is really going to be about how you style your whole outfit. So for example, I was styling this skirt. I would choose either a low sneaker or I would choose some sort of cute and comfortable neutral color sandal, okay? I would not choose a chunky sneaker with super thick socks. That makes you look more like a tourist, right? So it's about how you style something. And that's why I think shoes are probably going to be one of the most important parts of your outfit as far as what you're going to be wearing to Paris. So let's start with one of the most comfortable shoe options are your Birkenstocks. I have 2 pairs of Birkenstocks. I don't know where the other one is. I'm gonna have to find it. It's in my apartment though. So I have 2 pairs of Birkenstocks. These little white ones I think are so cute. I wear these all the time. They are incredibly comfortable. You can walk around Paris in them all day. If you like Birkenstocks, you can wear them. If you don't like Birkenstocks, honey, this cobblestone is not for the faint of heart. And the Birkenstock store is crazy in Paris. Do not wait to get here and get a pair of Birkenstocks. You probably won't be able to find what you need. The store is always insane. So instead, buy them and bring them with you. Now, if you really don't want to do Birkenstocks, you prefer kind of a low sandal, minimal sandal profile, these are a pair of sandals I got from Repetto. They are incredibly comfortable. Another brand that you can consider for kind of incredibly comfortable sandals is Ancient Greek sandals. Their sandals are also very comfortable, but both Ancient Greek sandals and Repetto make kind of these padded sandals that are super comfortable to walk around all day in. They have the hard sole, which is what you need for walking around the cobblestone, okay? And then they also have this very kind of low minimal profile, so sandals like this can go with any outfit really. That is one of the things I really want to note when it comes to wearing sandals in Paris, is that if you are going to do something that's low, that's flat like this, you want a really hard sole, okay? You want something that is definitely hard, very firm, because it is not going to be comfortable otherwise. Now, I will note though that I think the most comfortable shoe you can walk around Paris in is a wedge. I think that that's what you see most women actually wearing here are wedges. These are some of my favorites. I got them from a brand called Charleston Shoe Company. I bought them when I was last in the US. If you end up buying them from there, tell them that I sent you their way. They need to know because I'm always talking about their shoes. They have a super, you see this? It's not like a super high heel. They're actually relatively low, but it's an incredibly comfortable shoe and perfect for walking around in. So these are kind of my go-tos. So in just this style, I don't like their higher style. It is not super comfortable for walking around Paris in, but the style right here is incredibly comfortable. So strongly recommend, you know, considering getting these shoes, Charleston Shoe Company, because they're definitely going to keep your feet comfortable as you're walking around Paris with them. When it comes to shoes, the one thing I would very strongly recommend against 1,000 times is walking around Paris in high heels. With that being said, I know that there are going to be some of you who don't listen to me. So, I have prepared some shoes for you, darling, because I know you still want to wear your heels. First and foremost are these shoes right here. They are from a brand called Ayed. Ayed is a Berlin shoe brand, and these babies are comfortable. All of my Ayed heels are incredibly comfortable and they get me through a full day in Paris. So if you really absolutely have to have high heels, go to Aeyde, Aeyde. I'll link to it. Go there and invest in their heels because their heels are padded. They are nice and low, so they're not going to be too high. They are made in Berlin, so they're made to a certain degree for the old European city. Another option is the kitten heel. These are new. They're Jimmy Choo. Jimmy Choo makes an incredibly comfortable shoe, so I love me some Jimmy Choos. But these are kitten heel. If you, again, really want to walk around Paris all day in some high heels, opt for a kitten heel. Go with something low, something comfortable. Though the one thing I will note is that you have to be careful because these are exactly the style of shoe that can get caught in a shoe grate and like one of the grates on the sidewalk. So, you know, don't step in one. But either way, they are comfortable shoes, and kitten heels are a great way if you really want to walk around Paris in heels, do that. However, I'm going to strongly, yet again, recommend against it. If you really want to, wear it for dinner, but please do not walk around Paris all day in heels. Your feet are going to bleed. Last but not least, if you're coming to Paris, I strongly, highly recommend you bring at least one pair of sneakers, okay? So these are my sneakers that I wear a lot in the summer. They're from a brand called xoxo. I really like them. They are a French brand, so you can buy them here. They are incredibly comfortable, wear them all day. They're very low profile, so they go with a lot of outfits, right? Like I can wear them with skirts and I can wear them with dresses and whatnot, and that's why I like them. But other styles you'll see are, you will see the Adidas Superstars, you will see Adidas Stan Smiths, you will see Converse. If you really love Converse, you know, that's your thing, you'll see that. You will see Veja sneakers, you will see the Alexander McQueen, Isabel Marant, etc. You will see lots of different style of sneakers here. And also the QC, I think it's QC, those running sneakers, you're seeing more and more people wear those as well. Why? Because they're incredibly comfortable. This is a country of comfortable shoes. So if you are aiming to have comfortable shoes and that's what you want, then definitely know that, you know, generally what is available in the US, a lot of the styles that you may even have, those are kind of what we're wearing in Europe. And, you know, this brand, if you really want to wait till you get here, this brand, Le Coq Sportif, they have their own store, but then they also can be found in Galeries Lafayette, BHV, sorry. So then French, BHV, etc. There are places where you can find it if you want this style of brand, but I would strongly urge you to come with at least one pair of sneakers, one pair of low profile sneakers like this, because those are very versatile and can be worn, as I said, with dresses, skirts, pants, etc. Okay, last but not least, let's talk about accessories. So, ladies, purses. What do we choose for our purses? Well, I have some options for you, darling. So first and foremost, tried and true, I always talk about the Longchamp tote. I think the Longchamp tote is the perfect item to bring during your trip to Paris because it's easy to fold and pop it in your bag and then take it out when the time comes. This is a little miniature one, so I hold it by the hand, but you can also do the big one to put it on your shoulder. You just want to always make sure that's zipped and always make sure, whether you're in the metro or not, that you have your hand kind of over the zipper just to make sure it is protected. Another option that you may have seen are these super cute, you know, Longchamp little knitted bags. These things are so adorable, and I have them in a bunch of different colors and a bunch of different sizes, and I really like them. Now, the one thing though that I will say about this is, you see that it's open. It really doesn't close. So, I would not recommend wearing this in the metro. If you're gonna take the bus, cool, wear it. Second thing I would recommend is that if you are going to wear this, and this is one of the things I do, I tend to have a very tiny tote bag that I put inside of it, and I put everything of value, all of my stuff inside of the tote bag. I actually have something like this, which is the little tote bag. I put it in here, like in the center, right? This is a little white tote bag, but I pop it in here and I put everything inside of the tote bag, and then I keep the tote bag kind of bottled up like at the bottom, and then I throw in my water bottle on top and off I am, and there I go, and I'm living my best life. So yeah, but again, this is something I would strongly recommend against taking on the metro. Another option is something like this, a straw bag. This one I got from Cezanne forever ago, but I think they still make similar styles. But yeah, a cute straw bag. Again though, I will note it's open. So because it's open, if you're going to do something open like this, you cannot get on the metro. You really just can't. Get on the bus, and if you when you get on the bus, you hold it close to you. If you're walking around in Montmartre, a super touristy area, you shouldn't carry this bag, or you gotta hold it like this. Same thing with this, you know, this one I showed you, this knitted one. You know, if you're by the Eiffel Tower, you gotta hold it like this. You just have to be super careful because people will spot you and they will grab things out of your bag before you even recognize it, and they will be long gone. long gone. If you're gonna be taking the metro, doing tons of stuff all day, the Longchamp tote is the easiest option and super versatile. Last but not least, we're talking hats. Hats. Okay, it's Paris, it's hot, it's the summer. You're going to have sunglasses on. Wear the sunglasses you want. We'll talk in 1 second about the stuff you don't need to bring, but wear the sunglasses you want, darling. So, you need to protect your head because, you know, no one wants to come back from their trip looking red. So you're gonna need a hat. One hat. My hat choices are always, I forgot I have a headband on. I can't put a hat on. So hat choices are straw hats, okay? So I have this little style hat right here, which is super fun. I've had this for a while. You know, it has a little ribbon around it. Then we have this hat. This hat I bought from a vintage store last year, and I love this hat. But you just pop it on like this and tie it underneath here. Yeah, you can wear that. Are you gonna look like, are you gonna stand out a little bit as a tourist? 100%. 100%. You might look a little like Emily in Paris. But you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Also, another hat option that you see a lot of women wearing is something like this, right? Just like this style of hat, this white brim straw hat. So straw hats really are kind of the thing to stick with. I would avoid things like baseball caps, right? Like that's just, no. Just no. No berets. I talk about that a lot, but you know, still no berets. That sort of thing. So you definitely just want to keep in mind a straw hat is a really great option to go with if you're coming here. Things that you're going to want to avoid. Things that you're going to want to leave back home. I've already talked about in the clothes category that you're going to kind of probably want to leave anything that's really tight, figure hugging, bodycon, that sort of thing. You're going to want to leave that at home. You're going to want to leave at home anything with a bunch of holes in it, you know, denim with holes in it, that sort of thing. Just leave it at home. You're also going to probably want to leave at home your shorts. You know, maybe you bring one pair if it's going to be ridiculously hot, but other than that, you're going to want to leave your shorts at home. You are definitely going to want to leave your athletic wear at home. Anything flashy, anything really expensive. Leave the Chanels, the Louis Vuittons, leave that stuff at home. You just leave it there. Also, leave the nice jewelry, leave that stuff at home. Leave it there. There's no need. Before we close this video, I have a very special guest here who I hope is going to give you some good ideas for what your husband, boyfriend, brother should wear if he plans to come to Paris. However, I don't know how helpful he will actually be. But he says he doesn't want to be on camera, but then the moment I start rolling the camera, he wants to be on camera. So let's see what he has to say. So Juju has crashed our video. So Juju, what do men wear to, what should men who are coming to Paris, it's too low for you? You got to get down on your knees because I'm short, so it has to be low for me. So Juju, if you are a man and you are coming to Paris this summer, so in May, June, July, or August, what should you wear if you're a man? Dites nu.
It's delicate because you have the Jeux Olympiques, Adriel.
Yes, I know.
First, I'm not sure that it's a good idea to come this summer.
Juju.
No, first.
People are coming.
Okay.
Okay.
People are coming.
Yes, they're coming.
So it depends. You have two ways. You can dress like historic French guys. You can be super nice.
What's a historic French guys?
You have many different ways of wearing. You can wear like the old aristocrat who have super beautiful. Trousers, the way to dress. You can be like socially much more lower, like the guy with a beret, and you have a special dress, a blouson with a jean or something like that. You have a special guys with a low class. It depends. It depends which class social, and it depends which period of France.
Are these Halloween costumes that you're proposing to us?
No.
I don't know what any of that meant.
But it depends. It depends if you want to dress like now, in the new age.
Yeah, Julian. I don't think anyone wants to dress like they dressed in
but now they don't dress anymore like French. So they dress like everyone dress like in Occident. So everyone dress. There is no tradition. But if you want to really dress like tradition, a special dress.
Juju, what should people wear if they're coming in the summer? What should the men wear? Should they wear pants? Should they wear shorts?
First, it depends. If you let the story, it will be quite super hot. Lot of people. So I will preconize a pantalon en lin blanc.
Okay. A white linen pant.
Yeah, white linen pant with maybe still be a little. If you want to be a little class, a petite chemise.
He means a short sleeve shirt.
With a collar, if you want to be a little
with a collar.
Décontracté, but un peu classe, with a pantalon lin, with petit.
Is that what you wear, Juju?
Me, yeah, I think I will be like that.
No, I mean,
huh?
Is that what you wear in the summer, Juju?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Sometimes a t-shirt because you want to be décontracté, but most of the time a beautiful petite chemise with a beautiful pantalon lin blanc. With petite shoes. Me, I take claquette, but I don't recognize claquette because it's me.
What are claquettes? He means flip-flops.
Flip-flop, but a good one. Leisure flip-flop, like class flip-flop. I still preconize that for me, but in an urban city like that, they don't really like that, so maybe you just take petite shoes like bateau. Very.
He means boat shoes.
Yeah, boat shoes, but French. The mark is bateau, and it's very light and shoes. Ooh.
Okay, Juju, so you've given everybody, these are the suggestions you'd give to men who are coming to Paris this summer as to what to wear.
Yeah, something quite class, but still not hot because it will be super hot. And I still advise not to come for July because of you. Okay.
But people are coming, Juju. Okay. People are coming for the Olympics.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the circus is out.
What I will advise is to take a place.
Mr. Smog.
I will advise if they come to take a very safe place.
Juju, this is about fashion.
Yeah, but let's...
This is... No. There's another video for that. This is about fashion. This is about what to wear. So thank you, Juju, for your contribution.
Alors, so maybe you can have also a petit chapeau de paille with a ruban. Like, I think it will be okay for the sun.
I think he's talking about a straw hat with a ribbon.
Yeah, and with a sunglasses. So white, petite chemise, hot with a ruban and the lunette.
What about shorts?
Yeah, shorts super nice.
Nobody can see your face anymore.
Bermuda, so short, but not too short, like just close to the knees.
Nobody can see your face anymore, Juju. Bermuda. So Bermuda shorts.
Yeah.
Thank you, Julian, for your contribution.
Yeah, in cotton.
In cotton, he said.
Okay.
And just like that, Juju has appeared, and now he is gone. Okay, so there you have it. What to wear if you are coming to Paris June, July, August. If you have noticed, this video is not kind of as detailed as to particular uniform or items you need to be mindful of, and that is because, as I said, in the summer in Paris, it is very flexible as far as what you can wear. You just have a lot of choice as far as clothes go. So wear your dresses, wear your skirts, wear your pants if that's what you want to do, wear your graphic tees, your crop tops, whatever. Go braless. Be you, have fun, just avoid anything clingy or flashy. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Take care, stay safe. Thank you again so much for watching. I will talk to you again soon. Bye.